Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world we're in. This is another scene for Unmask Orlando, the vampire venue. This evening's scene brings us back to the Insomnia BDSM Club in downtown Orlando. The evening is hot, even as the sun goes down and it starts to cool off some. It's still swelteringly hot outside. After all, it's summer in Florida. But it's a relatively clear evening. No rain. And people are gathering once again at Insomnia, though less hostile than the last meeting that took place here. And I will let you guys do your intros. Starting from my left, Christine with Alexandra.
Why does it always have to be me?
Because your name is. Because it goes in fucking alphabetical order, that's why. Deal with it.
Change your name.
Fine. Well, I guess I'm going to Insomnia with my beloved sire to get him to meet a few of the people there, and because it's a relatively safe place.
And I should note that after recent events, Insomnia has been closed to the general public. It is strictly kindred for the moment.
Or as we call it, closed for renovations. Air quotes.
Exactly. It's closed for renovations after some furniture was broken and, well, a general mess was made.
So suppose Tex is in Elysium of sorts at the moment.
Technically, the Elysium is still the Hemingway's bar, but
Yeah, but nobody is there.
this is just something you're going to have to accept. You will never get a quiet scene with me. Sorry.
I think we accepted that months ago. Don't worry about it.
Apparently in Orlando, there's a McCaven. He's going cookie, 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 and he's somehow everywhere all the time.
Maybe it's Mikey.
Oh, Mikey's not
Sorry.
that immature.
Yeah.
Give Mikey some credit.
I haven't met Mikey personally.
Of course, you also don't know much about Mikey, so.
Yeah,
Also,
I don't
fuck
know.
Mikey.
And I don't want to know.
Hence,
It creeps
fuck
me out.
Mikey.
Okay, anyway, back. Compose yourselves.
So yeah, I'm going to introduce him to the people that are there that I know, I suppose. Who is there at the moment?
At the moment,
Adelaide, probably.
Adelaide and Callum are sitting at the bar. She is sat on Callum's lap, just kind of stroking his hair very gently.
Oh, lovebirds. So yeah, she will walk over there and greet them. Lady Adelaide, Primogen Callum. Good evening.
Actually, it's Primogen now.
Oh,
There was an
Primogen.
incident involving Theodius, and he is
Yes.
out of commission at the moment.
I heard. Primogen Dubois. I'd like to present you my sire, George Lucas.
Oh
He's
my.
visiting.
You are a handsome one, aren't you? George would just smile, take her hand, and kiss it. Which garners a little smile from Adelaide. Callum does not seem to react at all to it. He seems steely-faced and as unreadable as ever.
Used to it, probably. I mean, she's the fucking goddess of fucking Orlando.
But yes, introductions are made.
Small talk commences.
And up next we have Emma, the Babby Toreador.
Emma would have offered to clean up the mess. And so if she accepted, if it was accepted, she might already be there.
Yeah, she's probably already there. She's helping some of the ghouls clean up the mess.
She's nice. She's a nice puppy. And so, yeah,
As
obviously,
there's still, bits of table kind of spread out across the room.
so her hair is done up, at least for now. And she says, oh, Alex, and ooh, oh no. And she also looks at the new person.
Emma, come meet my sire.
She comes and she probably does it on purpose, but she undoes her hair and does a hair flop thing.
George,
Swish.
this is Emma. She's actually a child of the Iron Rose.
Hi. And she'll extend a hand.
He'll take her hand and kiss it gently on the back of her knuckles.
Oh,
It's a pleasure to meet someone of such a prestigious line.
Oh, thank you. I'm just lucky I had such a loving sire.
Seriously?
Would you care to join us, dear?
It's a pleasure to meet you. Sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
Would you care to join us?
It would be my pleasure, yes. I shall sit with them.
They are
So,
kind of all sitting along the bar.
Alex, have you heard what
Yeah.
happened?
I've heard some things, yes.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It was
Don't
quite the
worry.
mess, wasn't it, dear?
Yeah, I just ran. I've been around angry elder before. I wasn't going to stay around.
Oh, yes, and it wasn't just one angry elder, there were two of us. Well, I was quite calm, but I am disappointed that he ruined my
So,
dress.
what exactly happened?
We will save that until after Peter does his intro of his new character.
Yes. A fairly distinct tapping of high heels will be heard. As
She will be stopped as she comes in and asked if she has any weapons on her.
she just smiles and says no.
He would nod.
She kind of just waves her hand, just like move. Just gives him a wave of the hand. It's just like, please.
The
move
ghoul
to the
lifts
side.
his brow.
May I enter?
He would nod and step aside.
And
When she enters, Adelaide's arms are crossed over her chest.
she comes in. She just looks around. She will.
She would have been told what the primogen of her clan looks like.
She will at least just look around. Just a smile begins to form somewhat slowly, and she will
And
walk
this
up.
is what she sees. All
A
of the
wonderful
leather
establishment.
appears of the highest quality. And most of it is stamped with the I for insomnia in a rather almost calligraphy style font.
She actually she will just quickly just walk over. She seems to be very intently looking at the leather, and she just kind of touches it with her finger, just lets it glide over for a moment.
She's so
Looks at it.
cute.
It appears that all of this leather has been hand done this way.
She takes it a moment. She kind of just straightens up and just kind of shakes her head a little bit, as it like snap out of it, and she will just straighten up, and she will go over, and she will just say, "Good evening, all. I hope I don't interrupt anything. I've well officially taken up residence not too long ago. Am I
It's not
to extend?
official until you meet the prince.
I know.
And next time you talk to one of my ghouls that way, you'll regret it.
Interesting.
Understood?
I understand.
Good.
The
This is a
woman
side of
seemed
her that Alex and Emma have not seen before. This was a very stern, very almost cold side that they're not used to.
Oh, it was hot.
Yeah,
At least
Emma
that's what
hasn't.
Alex thinking.
I mean, Emma hasn't seen it on Adelaide, but she's seen Mama Bear spell before. She's like, Mama Bear.
Adelaide, Lady Dubois. You are the proprietor of this establishment.
Yes, Adelaide Dubois, elder of Clan Toreador, primogen in this city,
At
child
that,
of Violetta,
um,
child of Francois Villon, Prince of Paris, child of
at
Helena.
at the mention, probably of Primogen of Glentoreador, um, this woman doesn't seem to be like. She seems very kept and stuff, but she actually goes down on one knee, which probably in her dress and things looks a little bit weird, but and
This
she will
garners an
bow her head.
eyebrow raise.
Primogen, an honor.
Stand up, dear.
She gets
We
up.
don't do that here.
We're not that old-fashioned.
Well, some of us are. I'm afraid.
Hmm.
What
And yet you
clan
look so
do you
young.
hail from, my darling?
Clan Ventru.
Oh. Callum, darling, look, another blue blood. Callum just kind of gets a small smile on his face. He will extend a hand. Callum Hardy, primogen of Clan Ventru. Shit, what line did I make him from? Thack. Give me a second. Because Ventru should know their fucking heritage by heart, and I don't remember his yet.
Cheat sheet.
Everyone will notice that Laura just almost has kind of a tick as a new Primogen is introduced to her. She's like, she should get down on her knee, but she kind of stops herself. But it's quite clear that it's like there's Like there's a bit of a tick there, but hey,
It's very amusing.
Callum Hardy, child of Lysander, child of Artemis.
an honor. Laura. Well, full introductions. Victoria Lorena Filipa Brahe von Baudissin, child of Nikolai Brahe. And she will go with the rest of the line. And it will be an arduous thing, but hey.
That's the Ventru thing.
It is.
Ventru are fucking weird like that.
Yeah.
So
It's a
people are just
pleasure.
sitting at the bar, right?
Yep, they are just sitting at the bar.
But there are tables or like bar settings, right?
Yep. There are stools lining the entire bar. There are several small leather areas that aren't quite couches, but they're benches that can be sat on. Hang on, and I've got another view of the same room. Boop.
I mean, since we're many now, maybe we should go sit somewhere
My
There we
feeling
go.
is that
more. Yeah.
and yeah, Laura will introduce herself to everyone.
How about we retire to the living quarters downstairs? It's much more suitable for this many people.
No, we're not. Sure.
No
Oh,
argument there.
Unless, of course, you'd like to meet the prince. She looks to Laura.
Well, I must admit it would make certain things easier, but is he here or?
He's not here. It would require a bit of travel, but
But that
I
would
could take you to him if you wish.
well that would leave your company, which would be a great shame.
oh, I've got Callum. I'm quite happy with just having him.
He's a lucky man.
Yeah, he's a 3 with a 6.
She means it when she says he's a lucky guy.
Well, yes.
So, what will it be? To the living quarters? Or to the outskirts of the city to meet the prince?
Honor dictates that I must meet the prince.
She nods, and her and Callum will retire upstairs to one of the private rooms. Now I gotta set up more photos. Huh.
Aww.
Well, you
so
have the multi-photo thing, so you
Yeah,
can do that.
I've got fucking apes. Way too many.
So I think those two want to be left alone for a little bit. That means I'm going home.
No, won't you join us?
I
Oh,
mean,
technically, she will be going home.
That's
Yeah.
technically her home, dear.
She'll nod. I am. I currently live with Prince and other people.
Ah,
Do you need a ride, Emma? I have enough space in my car for all of us.
No,
I will be driving myself. You can get a ride with me or drive yourself. That's totally fine.
I
I
have
think
my
it
car.
would be best if we go. Well, the situation is thus. We don't generally want the location to be known, so I will be taking the scenic route. So, what I would suggest for you, Miss Laura, would be to come with me, and I will return you here later.
Okay, fair enough. There's a kind of a. It's not like dissatisfaction or like ugh, but there's definitely like okay, like I guess we're doing this, like getting in a car and chauffeured around by a Bruja, I suppose. But
Well, I guess we might as well all get in the same car. Oh, Emma Martin of the Clan of Roses, child of the Iron Rose.
a pleasure.
I will allow you to make a knowledge kindred lore roll for that if you would like.
Intelligence, a kindred lore. Where is the hell is the rolls thing? There we go.
I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see this.
Yeah, I fail. Well,
Okay, you have no idea who that is.
depending on what the difficulty. If it's a standard diff, I fail.
Standard
yeah.
diff.
Yeah. I had 5 successes on that roll. When I did that, I was so proud.
Kieran, you make this very difficult. You know that, right?
So anyway, I will take all 4 of us to my
I know it's
luxury SUV.
impolite to ask, but that debris over there seems to be from a table. Am I
Well,
missing the party or?
oh, it wasn't exactly a party, but we can discuss it en route, if
Of
that's
course.
okay with you.
Of course.
And I hope my car is agreeable with your tastes.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
And Alex will lead all 3 of them towards the car. Well, 2 of them, one of them already knows where the car is. Duh. And they will
Yep.
start driving.
And Emma will tell what happened.
Go ahead.
So, what's his name? Theodius was.
Theodius, yes.
Well, we were discussing that that the prince was back and out of the red lister's clutch, and well, Theodius said he was still going to claim princedom, that he would still be prince. But well, Adelaide mentioned that there would be someone opposing him, someone other than the current prince. And when he asked who, she said, "Oh, myself." And well, he didn't like that. He got super pissed. I've
Oh, the
seen my
arrogance of this man.
it's a nod. I've seen my own sire pissed before, so I just ran like hell and got behind the bar. There was a big commotion. Everyone fought. I think at one point he tried to stake Adelaide, but I mean, it's Adelaide, and well, shit happened, and then he got staked, thankfully, and we
So,
talked about how
who
childish
staked him?
he was, and oh, you see, was it Adelaide that finally did it? Oh no, it was the sheriff.
Was it the sheriff?
I
Yes.
think it was.
Pretty sure it was
that
Adelaide.
sheriff.
It was the sheriff that did it.
Okay.
He got because he came from behind. That's why
Yeah.
better.
Because
So
Adelaide
Clarence
went
was
to
Yeah.
attack him.
stake-
They
got
they
him very
eventually pull
shitty.
up to this gate.
After taking the scenic route, because we don't want to be followed or anything, because we're not
Yeah.
paranoid or anything, right?
Oh no, not paranoid at all. I mean, it's not like, a red lister is hunting several of
Yeah.
the people living in this place. No, that's not
Alex
what's
will open
happening at
the
all.
window and press the button of the intercom.
She gets, the usual response from one of the ghouls. Actually, no. She actually gets a response from Brannon. What are you doing back so damn soon?
I have, well, I
Wait,
have
who are you
someone who
asking?
needs to. Whoever pressed the button, dear. The driver. Well, Brandon, I have a new
Oh
comer
boy.
who needs to meet the
Just
prince.
get in. Shut up.
Always moody. Oh, but don't worry about him. He's a teddy bear deep down.
You hear a voice from the other end. Shut the fuck up. And then the communication cuts off and the gate opens.
What she means is, yeah, Brandon is totally
How
tough, and
would
you should.
Messiah react to this guy talking to me like this, though?
George is just sitting in the back, kind of amused by the whole situation.
No. What she means is, no, Brandon is totally tough, and he's totally a predator, and you should totally watch out for him.
He does have the obvious predator flaw, BT dubs. So it is like he is blatantly, obviously a predator.
Yeah. Well, George, this is one of us.
Hmm.
If, in case you didn't. That's our elder.
Ah, interesting. He must be quite old to be that cantankerous.
She'll like
Well,
lean to him. He
older
actually
than
is.
you.
I don't believe that has anything to do with age. Not from my experience.
And
As
she
they
leans.
pull up, they're led up to a rather nice little sitting area with a bar inside the home that overlooks the lake.
Sorry, I was saying, Emma actually leads to George going, he actually is a teddy bear, but he doesn't want people to know.
By the way, Alex is actually holding George's hand while moving towards the door, like completely obvious.
But she doesn't mind at all. But yeah, they're led up to this little sitting area. And there's a full bar.
One knows that one is in Miami with all these bars.
No, it's not Miami, it's Orlando.
I meant Florida, I'm sorry.
You see these four fellows kind of just sitting around, as well as these two ladies.
Hi, everybody. I'll be in my room for a bit, and Emma leaves.
Well, Laura.
Oi, so which one of you wanted to meet the prince?
That would be me.
Yeah, this lady here, and I would also like to present my sire, Prince Darian.
Darian would stand up and move around the table, shaking George's hand before moving over to Laura, taking her hand and kissing it. Prince Michael Darian.
And this man is probably next to Katja.
Yes, most likely. The appearance score in this scene is fucking terrifying. Can we just talk about that?
Fuck half the room.
It's just around 4, I think.
I mean, we also have, two people that were at 6 in this scene, so.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
thing. But Laura would begin. She would start with the prince, and then she would introduce herself to Castile, and then to Brennan, and then to Conrad, I think.
Okay.
She doesn't.
They are all elders, so it does not particularly matter what order in which you introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. It is something that she would care about,
Because
but
they are all elders.
yeah.
Actually, pretty much
she will
everyone
actually
in this room.
She will actually apologize after she has introduced herself to the prince and say that she does not know which of you is the most superior to her.
Technically, if you want by age, it would be that woman right over there. As he points out Eve.
Then she will go over and she will introduce herself.
Lady Eve Wright, Clan Malkavian.
Introductions are made. She will just say, Nora's welcome. Ancilla Clan Ventru.
Ah, no wonder you seem so rigid.
It seems to be a secondary curse of mine. She smiles a bit.
She has precisely 0 filter, by the way. When you hit 900 years old, your filter just kind of goes away.
I mean, yeah, who needs that shit? And Alexandra will make introductions to her sire of everyone who's there.
Yeah, we're not going to actually go through all of the introductions.
Yeah, we're not gonna do. Yeah, we're not gonna do this because that's that would be NPC with NPC, so it wouldn't make sense. Just
exactly. That's
but
just
Laura will address herself to, or just go out to the prince, and she will just say, "My prince, I would wish to formally take up residence in your fine city, with your blessings, of course."
Is there anything you would ask of my throne?
No, that a domain.
That is a request I can grant.
She nods.
Brandon is just kind of sitting back and looking absolutely bored out of his mind. Because all of this politics business is just god-awful.
Yeah. Artin is much the same way. He's like, I can remember that politics. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Brandon is like, ugh, politics, period. There are a lot of Tremere in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, your clan seems to be quite present in this city. Or at the very least, here.
Well, I believe we have my darling Katya to blame for that. After all, these two, as he points out, Conrad and Castiel, are her blood siblings.
Family drama? She asks.
Katya looks up. Hardly. I love those two with all of my heart. They are probably the best blood siblings anyone could ask for.
Well, then I
We just
apologize.
like to stick together.
Well, then I apologize for misunderstood you, my friend.
Quite all right.
Just give him a damn cookie.
He's looking at my hand and saying cookie. It's not even that he wants a cookie right now.
He's just saying cookie.
He wants to bite something, probably.
Although, well, I guess what
So,
is going on here could still be called family drama.
Brannon shoots him a look that says, "Shut your mouth."
is there any way that I could help the Princeton? That is a much more pressing question.
At the moment, no. We are having some issues at the moment, and, well, it will be hopefully resolved soon.
Very well. The domain that has been granted, I will tend to watch for, guard.
The prince nods.
Let it be known that if anyone wishes to enter, they should give me proper and timely message that they are going to enter.
The prince would nod. Your domain shall border on your primogens. That way, the domains are close enough that should anything happen, you can go to him.
Very well.
All right. Enough politicking. Let's have some fucking drinks.
On that I can agree. So, guys, how are things? Are you settling in all right?
Brandon is gonna go behind the bar and start mixing everyone drinks. Because who better than the Irishman to mix the drinks?
Well, there are a few of us here, but luckily this place is plenty big enough.
If any of you have heightened senses on, you would hear Brandon mumble under his breath. Still fucking crowded.
Well, let us hope that soon enough you can all, return to your routine.
Yes, I think Katya is going a bit stir crazy, being stuck in here.
Well, I must say the talk of a red lister does seem to put, well, I imagine it would put anyone on edge.
Well, let's not talk about this, shall we?
Right, drinks.
It's a bit of a heavy subject.
I'm afraid I can only partake in, well, I'm assuming that is also on tap.
Brandon would nod. And he would set several glasses out, most of them filled with a really rich red wine. One that was made via thaumaturgy.
It's probably viscous too.
Yes, can be consumed, even if you do not have eat food. You can thank Conrad for that.
Yay! Thank you,
Thank you,
Conrad.
Conrad.
Because he is good at the thaumaturgies.
Among other things.
Oh, Lord.
I was just gonna say, unlike our other Tremere, but we love her anyways.
I mean, and Castiel. Even she is better than Castiel.
Oh,
Castiel
Castiel
has
is even.
he has thaumaturgical inept.
Oh shit.
He cannot take any
Yeah,
knots in thaumaturgy.
but he can kick ass.
Yes, he can.
Laura will just take up the glass. She smells at it, looks around a bit puzzled,
It
smells at
smells
it.
like wine.
She will probably see that everyone else is just doing a toast thing and drinking, so nothing to worry about. You can drink that, dear, don't worry.
She smells even more at it, swirls it around, smells it quite a few times. And she takes a sip, looks at it,
It tastes like wine.
Just
and
drink it already.
she downs the entire glass. Just like boom. Like
Oh my.
I'd slow down if I were you. Stuff's quite potent.
there's just this long and you'll probably see her fangs as she just sits there, grabs the table a bit, sits there for a moment. The fangs go in again, and she goes, I apologize. That's the first time in a while that I've tasted something.
Conrad would smile a bit.
Mm,
Say,
absolutely exquisite. Mm. It's been a long time since I've had, wine.
I started making it for Katya some years ago.
Mm. Popular request?
Very.
Well, you might have yourself a new customer.
He nods.
So, Laura, where did you come from? You never said.
North. She smiles.
That's awfully vague, my dear.
It is. I know. No, the reason I say so is I arrived just before the Civil War in New York and have been, in different places through time. Traveling from here to there, but settled in the 1920s, 1930s, in the South, closer to Florida. And the last, couple of decades, I've made this my, this and other places have my interests, but now I've decided to stay here for a while. So, to answer your question, quite a few states north of here. Before that,
Okay.
Europe.
Where in Europe, if I may ask?
A silly little place. Denmark, the kingdom.
Ah,
Mm.
interesting. One of the few places I haven't been before.
Well, it is lovely, but been through politics. I'm not welcome in my home country anymore.
Isn't it under Tremere rule as of current?
Depends on where you go, I suppose.
I do believe Copenhagen is a Tremere prince.
Yes, that is true.
Much like our lovely city here.
Well, I did not live in the capital And while it is ancient history for some, I was involved in a conflict with the venture of northern Germany and Denmark. I came on the losing side.
Ah, things happen.
That they do. Well, the fault was my sire's, but
That's a shame.
yeah. Well, the war continues, I suppose. At some point, I will return and reclaim what is mine. But for the moment, I enjoy life here.
It is quite a lovely little city.
Well, it's bigger than anything I was used to back then. But then again, that is almost 100 years ago, if not more.
Let's see. I haven't been back to France in, oh heavens, a long time.
I visited Paris a couple of times. Absolutely lovely city.
Indeed, it was my home for my first 100 or so years.
Well, must say I envy you a bit.
Really?
As much as I long for my home country, I must say a molding in Paris, the city of cities, would have been quite the thing.
It
Couldn't you
certainly
go?
was.
Couldn't you visit one night? One night.
I suppose you could.
Oh
Is this
no.
Katja or
This is Eve talking. She is the one who was born and raised in
uh,
Paris.
Yeah.
Oh
if
no.
required,
I,
I could arrange for such a travel?
well, I'm not sure I would be allowed there, but if you want to go,
Well, you're welcome to come, of course. If well, it was Eve who asked, but
I mean, I'm the one. It was Arden who said he asked her if she couldn't she go there.
Let's see, I've spent time there. I've spent time in Turkey and Japan, China. So many places. One tends to lose count.
well, Miss Evelyn, I must say, if you wish to travel to Paris, my offer will stand. I will take care of traveling arrangements to and from.
I may take you up on that. I haven't been home in a very long time.
Good. It is a date then.
And Emma comes back. Hi. Oh, Paris. Yes, Paris is beautiful.
Yes, it is, my dear, isn't it?
Hmm.
Of course, going
I've only
there
seen it in passing.
is one thing. Getting permissions from the locals is quite another.
Oh, Prince Vallon is quite amiable, especially for a pretty lady. Or a pretty man.
And for a city that holds his grandchild?
Ah, yes. Lady Adelaide.
Perhaps she will join us.
She has spoke of going back, I do believe. I suppose it's a date after all of this red lister business is settled.
Good.
It's good that we don't lose sight of our priorities.
Hardly.
In any case, it might be risky, but Primogen Vanessa, if you're feeling like you won't need to go out, I could bring you some disguise or something, and
I'd rather not take the risk. It's not somewhere I'd like to go back to at the moment, so I'll stay here until things settle down and Marcus is dead.
just hoping it will be soon.
Not soon enough.
Katya kind of rubs his back a little bit because, she can tell he's a little ticked off, as he tends to get when Marcus is brought up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this place is yours? And she gestures towards the Bruja.
It's mine and Miss Eve's.
Ah, joint venture?
Joint venture.
Well, if you are the host, would it be too much to ask for a tour?
Oh, not at all. Yeah. Let me get photos ready because this is a big fucking house. I will give you guys a quick, view of the outside just to get an idea for how big this place is.
Hmm.
Why would two people need such big place?
Because one of them is a really strong Malkavian, and once she goes batshit, you need space to run from her. I don't know. Like doors to shut in front of her. I don't know.
She's also, a not only super strong fucking Malkavian, but, she's old as dirt. And, has potence like 4. Sure, he has potence 7, but,
Holy shit.
yeah, he's scary.
Remind me never to be on his bad side.
He also has strength 6, so
Yeah, I'm not even close to that.
you would take them out to the pool first. Keep in mind it is probably dark, and it is actually, I think I have a.
Well, there probably are lights, though. So is everyone following around for this?
I mean, why not? I think I have photos of the pool at nighttime somewhere. Keyword there being somewhere. There's a lot of photos.
Oh,
But yeah, he'll bring you guys out to the pool first and do a walk around the grounds because there is quite a lot of ground to this place.
very Florida.
Oh yeah, this place is peak Florida. Yeah, there we go. There's
Ooh,
nighttime.
there we go. Birdie.
Perfectly well lit. Now, I can't actually see most of the photos for some reason, so... This is right after you come in the door.
Hmm. Did you both do the design? The interior of this place?
He kind of looks at Brannon. It's mostly him.
She will get she'll giggle a little bit and she'll just say, my, quite the place. I must say, I'm taken aback. It's beautiful.
Blessed be.
Sorry. Well, you see those leather things that is insomnia? That's also Brandon's handiwork.
My.
I'm a leather worker by trade.
Hmm.
Have been for a long time.
Well, then there is something you might help me with, but we can discuss that at another time.
I'm just going to quickly kind of scroll through the pictures.
Look at this kitchen, man.
And it is not wasted because Evelyn likes to cook.
Audrey has probably been teaching, like, being, getting lesson
In
from her
heaven.
lately. So that he can bring Katja breakfast in bed while she's, healing. Even though it's at night, he doesn't care. He's like, you're getting breakfast in bed.
I mean, you have breakfast when you wake up. That's
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
it has nothing to do with day or night. I mean,
What skill would be used for
I do believe cooking is a secondary skill.
okay.
Yeah. Tell me all about it, buddy.
Laura will just go over to the piano, just slide a hand along it, and she'll look as if she's, looking for permission.
Sorry, got a phone call. Yeah, he would give her a nod, kind of granting her permission to play.
She takes off her high heels and sits down, and she will spend a blood, just a little, to boost her dexterity, because it is easier. And that would be 7 dice.
Emily would have loved this gym, by the way.
Yeah, she would have. Sniff, sniff. Yeah, she has 6 successes.
Oh yeah,
holy shit.
lovely performance.
Yeah, she begins to play. It's classical music. For those who would know, it is Chopin. It is one of his piano concerts. A part of it that she begins to play.
And yes, that is a sauna, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I guess someone has to roll for her floor.
Yes, any Toreador in the
Yes.
room will now need to make a roll for their clan flaw.
Is there a pool table in this house?
Yes, there is. I don't
Yeah, we
remember
should
which
play pool.
photo it showed up in, but
Probably the one in the playroom. I just saw a
Self-control.
card table. Oh,
yeah.
please fail. Please fail. Please fail.
Hey!
Love you.
Self-control
But
3.
please fail.
Hang on, I'm working on trying to find it. Because I am like 99% sure there is one somewhere.
Ha!
Oh, there's the theater.
Ah, damn it.
But she does do something else. Cause she doesn't, isn't mesmerized. This is beautiful. She decides she's like to dance along. The XP, for downtime isn't accepted yet because it's not downtime
Nope.
just yet. But she will spend a blood point for her dexterity too, because she can.
Can we talk about this bathroom?
Wait,
Oh, yes.
God, wow.
Wow. Oh my god. This is so cool.
And Eve's closet.
But where's the sex dungeon?
Oh wow, fuck you, dice gods. Dance would be three successes because she does have that
Oh my
special.
god.
11 dice and two successes. Wow, fuck you,
Okay,
dice
I
gods.
feel you, man. I feel you. I feel
Wow.
you. Yeah.
Dice God did not want you doing well that time.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks frustrated. I was still better
She
than
did.
this.
She still did okay.
Yeah, but
Considers.
she's got all this dice with toward by fucking Margot, who's got 12 dice at like 100 years old when she was 100 years old. So yeah, no, she's like, and looks frustrated, and she's like, I was taught better than this.
She would get
This
a
is impressive.
pat on the shoulder from Eve. Quite all right, dear. It happens.
She'll smile at Eve.
So, who wants to play pool?
Sure. Hopefully, I do better than this. Nah.
Laura will not partake, but she will talk with some of the others. Just
And yes, that
hear
is
what-
a vineyard off to the side.
Wow. But she will talk with some of the others to hear, like, just generally what their opinions are of the local venture. Like, how many are, like, who are they? And, like, just small talk,
Yeah.
really.
This is pretty much the reason why I want to play pool, so I don't have to get into this. So I'm assuming Emma, Brennan, Alex, and George are gonna play pool, and the others are gonna talk
Mm-hmm.
business.
Unless they need Brandon for something.
I mean, Arjun is like, ew. Camera politics again, ew.
Well, Arjun is free to join us for pool then.
Yes.
know that Katya will be over discussing politics. You're fine. Spoiled butt.
But I would still want to ask Brandon about the other bruises, though, because I don't know if they're informed of the siege.
Okay. Well, we will swap back and forth between the two little sections, our political talk and our non-political talk. Keep in mind, this will go for next month if we end up not doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we will start with. We'll start with a political discussion. So it is probably Katya, the prince, Eve. Conrad and Castiel have joined the others for pool because neither one of them are particularly political. Peter,
Yes.
ask your questions.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Laura will just start with. She will just say, "So I just met the new Primogen of Clan Toreador. Lovely lady.
Yes, Adelaide. She is lovely.
And seems to be quite close to my Primogen, it seems.
Oh, yes, they have been quite close for some time now.
Interesting. I can't say that I've. Well, I haven't seen many Tremere princes, but two Primogen that close, it's not something you see in every city.
No, not often, but it does tend to lead. Technically, she wasn't Primogen until very recently.
Oh, but an elder.
Yes.
Well, I haven't. Well, I've met my Primogen, but I've not heard or. Well, tonight I have seen quite a few people, but not any members of my clan. Do
Yes, they do
any of
tend to keep to themselves, but there will be an Elysium soon, so I assume they will be in attendance.
I see. None of you would have any methods of communication.
I will give you Callum's number, and he may be able to give you numbers for the others.
Thank you very much. Hmm. Well,
What other questions might you have about our fair city?
well, these being the United States, and from what I've gathered, there's been, well, depending on where you are and what state, the Camarilla's grip can be, well, it can differ. You would not have any Sabbat problems here, right?
Unfortunately, we do have a rather decently sized Sabbat problem.
I suppose it can't be helped. Well,
This city was only recently taken back from the Sabbat.
damnation. Well, my offer to help still stands.
Of course. At the moment, we're somewhat focused on the Red Lister, but we should be focusing in on the Sabat issue once that's settled. They've been shockingly quiet.
That's a bad sign. And what are our plans once we are to meet them? Kill everyone, or would it be advantageous to capture as many as possible for interrogation?
Capture is. Kachi just kind of, sighs a little bit. Do they capture?
It's the best form of gathering intelligence. I understand that most shovelheads will not garner much, and yes, we should kill them, spare them of their existence, but still, if we were to find a higher ranking member, it would be advantageous to, I'm quite sure, certain people here would have the capability to peer into their minds. Numbers, plans, strong points. I do not myself, have this capacity, but
By the way, when she mentions killing all of them, she earns a glare from Castiel. That this is the first time that any of them have seen him look at her in any way other than
Is Castiel there or at
admiration.
the pool, though?
He's at the pool table. The pool table is in the same room.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time any of them have seen him look at her in any way other than admiration and, care.
At Laura or
At Katya.
at Katja? Okay. Well, as always, my prince, whatever your orders are, I will follow them.
That wasn't the prince who said that. That was Katya who said that.
Oh yeah, but it's as a conclusion, she'll just address the prince and say that the decision is his, and whatever the case, she will follow his orders.
He would just give a nod.
By the way, what for the local community and businesses? I do not want to step on anyone's toes, but I am already quite invested in certain interests around town and other cities close, well, within the state.
It depends on what kind of business you're in.
Mainly pharmaceuticals.
I don't think we have anyone in that particular venture.
Good. I'm also invested in the firearms industry.
There you may be stepping on some toes. Some very easily offended toes.
Well, It is more. It is not as much local. These are older investments. North and South Carolina mostly.
Sorry, baby's being really fussy right now.
Fussy puppy.
Okay, there we go. Calmed him down a little bit. But yes, I believe our local Don is in the arms trade.
Well,
And doesn't
By the
take kindly
way,
to his toes being stepped on.
I will have a
when
conversation
Alex
with them.
hears about the dawn, she will give a look to Brannon, knowing look to Brannon.
Brandon just kind of nods at her.
And I hope the message was received.
A friend? She asks.
Hmm. Well, there has been some issues with the local Giovanni, but they were dealt with.
Good.
Unless
I'm
you have
always
something to say.
well,
Katya
I'm
kind of
always
looks over at Alexandra.
I do not know this dawn. Only what I've heard.
Mm. Okay.
Is she like reading auras or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
well. I'm up for the challenge. It is quite the challenge to be in competition with Glen Giovanni, but she smiles a bit to herself.
Are you sure you want to piss off at Giovanni? I heard that generally a bad idea.
Would Margot have told her about Bastian?
Uh, I'm thinking how long. Probably just quickly, like because Margot wasn't long in the city while Bastion was there.
Okay.
Like I
Well,
said, they're very quite stiff competition.
particularly this one, if it is who I think it is. Eve said. Eve kind of pipes up a little bit at that.
Oh, actually, I'm thinking because Evan did tell me that he had sent the ghoul on her, so probably on the way out with her sire killed them. So she would know that he that happened. So if that happened, yes, she would definitely have told
Yeah.
about it.
Emma does not know that is who the Don is.
Yeah.
If she looks to Katya, it is Bastien, Giovanni, yes. And Katya just nods.
Huh? I've heard that name. She
You probably
thinks.
have.
Oh shit.
He
Oh, yeah.
supposedly died back a long time ago in Edessa, but it seems that the Giovanni have found a way around final death.
Apparently, Orlando has become the hub for people returning from the dead. Sipping tea.
Well,
That earns a glare from Katya.
What did she say? I didn't hear.
Orlando seems to be the hub for people returning from the dead.
Yeah, it's a good thing Arjun decided to go for a swim, otherwise she'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Katya just glares at her.
Now thanks, you'll keep playing pool.
But if topics of conversation have been exhausted, it's probably a good place to end our scene because Nelson needs to get the fuck to bed.
I do?
Yeah, but I want to talk to Brennan.
and actually, I need to go to bed as well. But I will drop out because it is actually almost 3 o'clock here. So
Okay,
yeah,
go get some sleep, dear.
Okay.
And I
bye.
go to bed too before the rest. He gets angry at me. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
bye.
Well, I can still talk to Brennan.
Yes, I will swap over so it's just his overlay.
Yeah, I'll have him and my sire, actually.
You're
Mini
right.
clan
I can
meeting.
just swap between theirs.
And maybe we can go to a part of the villa that is not eavesdroppable.
Hmm.
Maybe we should go to a part of the house that's that the Termere are not gonna eavesdrop.
I mean, they're really not that into eavesdropping, so
What? Yeah, but still. I mean, technically, we have an excuse. Still, since all three of us are Brujas, and I need my sire to meet my elder, so kind of.
hang on. I gotta go through the photos and find the right place.
Right place. That can be an office or a kitchen. Doesn't matter.
He will take them to the theater.
You're cheesy as fuck, man.
What's it you want to talk about?
Well, I'm assuming since Eve told me about the situation with Vance and Roxy that you already know about it.
Yes, I'm well aware.
We'll have to find a way to deal with that soon. I'm afraid it's going to come to a boil.
I am sure it will. I'm probably gonna move them both in here for a while. Till things calm down. Yes, I know it's getting crowded. I don't
That's
like it.
lovely.
I don't like it any more than any other people here do. But guess
I
what?
know. Has to be done.
I'm the elder. It's my job to protect them.
By the way, is the rest of the clan informed of the situation?
No, they're
And
not, and they don't need to be.
You know what they're going to say.
Hmm.
Hmm. Vance is not gonna shut up about it. How, oh, the elders are keeping secrets from us. And they're plotting and scheming.
Yes, well, I'm keeping a secret to cover his arse. So,
No, I'm talking about the rest of the situation, about the prince being out, about Theodius being out of the picture,
oh,
all that
that,
crap.
yeah, they know about that.
Okay, good. About the other, yeah, I agree,
The
but
rest of it, it's
we
none of
will
their business.
still. Yeah. What what can we do about the Dawn, though?
Technically, he can't touch them. Not without breaking the promise.
No, I don't mean to touch him. I mean finding a different arrangement with him.
As I said, he can't touch them either. I don't care how pissed off he gets. He touches them, he breaks the promise. We go in and murder fuck every single member of his clan.
I don't think he would take that risk. But I think it's in our best interest to find a way to get him off our case. I just don't know how yet. But if he wanted Roxy, maybe we can give him someone else of her family.
She's an only child. I've done some research.
How about her father?
Her father could be an option, but something tells me it wasn't just the business he wanted. I mean, you have seen her, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's a Giovanni. Can they even, you know?
Just because they don't do that doesn't mean they don't like something pretty to look at.
To be honest with you, for as far as I'm concerned, the ideal would be for this whole business to go away. Not transfer
Yes,
to the
well,
Giovanni, just stay where it is, but
I don't think it's gonna happen that way. So, here we are, fucked by a neonate's impetuous, impatient attitude.
well, I
I
can't
don't know what he sees
disagree
in
with
him.
that. I think his intentions were good. I can see that much. But yes, I agree that this was. He was lucky that it happened when it happened, because he still has to present her to the prince, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Are we going to help
I
him
will
with this?
push that matter, and I will soothe the prince's bruised ego
Okay, good.
when the time comes.
As for the Elysium, I'm assuming that we as a clan are still on the same page.
We'll be supporting Darian.
Are the neonates in agreement as well?
Well, two of them are my kids, so one would assume they will side with me. I've not talked to the others.
We might want to do a little meeting before the Elysium then. Make sure they're.
Can do. I'll have most everybody but the twins and not Bran, fuck, and
Elliot?
Elliot here anyhow, so
Well, I think it would be good to demonstrate unity at the very least.
He nods.
And Monsieur will be sticking around for a little bit. He's will kind of look on his direction because he's probably bored as fuck by now.
Oh yeah, her sire's just kind of laying on one of the chairs because the chairs lean back.
Yeah. I informed him of the situation, by the way, with Marcus.
Oh, bloody hell!
What's the matter?
I get that he's your sire, but that's an us problem, not a him problem.
My sir and I have no secrets, and he wasn't called here to help with the red lister. He came here for a personal matter.
Kind of raises an eyebrow.
He only volunteered, so I don't see a problem.
Fine.
And besides, it might be a nice matter, but it's something that puts me and my child in danger, and thus makes it his business.
Brandon kind of grumbles a little bit under his breath.
Brennan, I'm not here to butt heads. You can just accept it, talk to him. You're closer in age with him anyway. You can figure it out. Just don't come at me with your grumpiness. It's getting old.
I've earned my right to be grumpy. Fucking 600 years old.
Yes, you have. But not all the time, man. Come on.
I'm a grumpy old man. Deal with it.
Yeah, it's kind of adorable.
He narrows his eyes. I'm not adorable. Far from
You
it.
keep saying that. You keep saying that, but you come out as adorable, so you might want to watch that. Oh, by the way, changing subject. I met your friend Alexei.
Ah, Alexei, yeah.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do a field trip with a bunch of the neonites to go meet him. Oh well.
Well, we still have to do that, but other matters came along that were more important, I believe, so rain
Indeed.
check on that. And by the way, I haven't heard from Vance in some time now.
I'll pester him. He's probably preparing for opening his club.
Yeah, I've been preparing for opening my store for some time now, but all things go to shit.
That's a pretty common problem around here.
Yeah,
Or
but
so it seems.
I have to get on with it. I'm gonna be starting taking losses in a bit if I keep at it like this.
Indeed.
Anyway, I suppose it can be done after the Elysium is over, and let's hope that nothing goes to hell.
Fingers crossed.
Fat chance of that happening.
Well, I'll be there for security, just like I'll be at Vance's.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do, Brennan.
As long as the two of you don't fucking schedule your openings for the same night, we're good.
I
I'm fast. I'm not that fast.
I guess we have to coordinate with each other. After all, Vance has been invited to mine. I'm assuming I'll be going to his.
You'll have
It
to
would
find
be.
something a little more punk than what you normally wear.
I am aware. Believe me, I have many different styles. I may even take him up on his offer and shave half my head.
I mean, it'll grow back the next night.
I know, but it will surprise him. And I would like to see his face.
I mean, go see Katya. She's a hairstylist.
Yeah, I might just do that. How are they holding up, by the way?
They're putting up a good front. They are. I think they're all a little shaken by the events, though.
What are the chances of, going back to where they were?
Not very good until we get that fucker dead.
Did the Red Alistair arrive?
No, I think they're due to arrive the night of the Elysium. Good timing, though. Give them that much.
You know, I have a bad feeling about this.
No, you're not
The
the only one.
Prince, yeah, the Elders, the Primogen Council, all of us in the same place at the same time.
All he'd need to do is light us up with a fireball, and we'd all be done.
I don't think he would do that with Katya in there.
You're probably right about that.
But he'll probably cause some sort of trouble. I'm almost sure. So, if there's any preparation advice that you have for me, shoot.
Wear a Kevlar vest.
Hmm. Yeah, I need to get on with that. Any idea where to get one?
Well, they sell them down at the bloody army surplus store.
Oh, it doesn't come in Gucci, I think.
No, that it
That
doesn't.
was that was obvious teasing, by the way.
I do think Katya had one made in pink, though. But I think that was custom.
Oh, yeah. Pink is definitely not my color, but good knowing.
I
I'll
mean,
definitely go and
you,
get
you've
one.
you've seen how she comes to the fucking council meetings.
Mm-hmm. Well, pink is her color. Or was anyway. I don't think if it still suits her with the current hair color, but I hope we can fix that.
We'd have to find someone else with that particular power of the blood.
Yeah. Not feeling particularly excited about the prospect.
Nor am I. The Dismisi aren't exactly huge fans of the Tremere.
Indeed, but well, I suppose we become unlikely allies considering the circumstances.
Anyway,
I should probably take Laura back. We overstayed our welcome, I believe.
yes, precisely.
And
Shoo.
yeah, and George seems bored.
He has actually fallen asleep in the chair. I think bored might be an understatement.
Yeah, well, he's not used to staying in one place for long.
Brandon
So,
had to shake
yes.
his head and open up the door for them.
Come on, honey, wake up.
George
Have to go
grumbles
home.
just a little bit and gets up and wraps an arm around her.
Come on. No more torture for tonight.
Good. I was getting kind of bored sitting over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
All the political talk.
See, Brandon, you have some things in common.
Brandon just rolls his eyes and walks out of the room.
I hope you don't turn that grumpy.
Now could I with you around?
You
Should try
better
one of
not.
those chairs. Fucking comfortable.
Hmm. Yeah, I might need to buy some.
They are nice. I imagine they're pretty expensive, but
Oh, money's not an issue. Come, we need to take Laura back to the club and, well,
indeed.
then I'll have to make sure that you're no longer bored for tonight. Quite the challenge. Let's go.
Let's go. And with that, I believe we can call an end to our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Unmask Orlando. See you next time. Shit, I actually pressed the wrong button. I'll be popping out of the hangout, but I will probably be back.
Yeah.